tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out, tearing out.
Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Ask Me Anything video. Thank you everyone who submitted questions and participated. I had 8 questions, but I may just do 7 instead. We'll see how that goes. And I was gonna put the names, but some people inbox me the questions, so I think they want to be anonymous. So for everybody's anonymity, I'm just gonna keep names out, okay? All right, so the first question was, what has been your biggest obstacle in your spiritual journey? Okay, and I didn't prepare these overhand. I mean, I wrote them out, but I didn't prepare them. So whatever I say, coming from the dome. My biggest obstacle in my spiritual journey was myself, getting out of my own way, okay? It was a big change for me. As you all know, I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and even the way how I came into deciding how I should start focusing on my spirituality had me kind of like, with the heebie-jeebies, right? I was scared of what other people would say. I was scared of my family. I was scared of reactions. I was scared of what I would learn. I was scared about how I would move about doing certain things. So my biggest obstacle was me getting out my own head, getting out my own way, staying consistent, dumping out what it is that I already knew so I could fill in what I was learning, okay? That can be a very difficult process. It is an ongoing process because sometimes you can feel yourself, I can feel myself creeping back up and saying, no, that doesn't make sense. But I have to realize that when you're looking at things in different dimensions, it doesn't have to make sense to just the human mind, okay? Because we're dealing with many different energies, multi-levels of dimensional things, okay? The second question, how much space do I need to set up my ancestor altar? I mean, as much space as you need, really. It can be a big altar, something grand, or it could be just in a small space, like on a shelf. I spoke about having a transportable ancestor altar where you have it in a shoebox, just depending what your situation is. So, I mean, it's up to you how much space you need. You need a lot or you need a little, okay? I will tell you that whatever space you put your ancestor altar in, it should be clear, right? It should be clean, and it should be in a space that you can actually interact with your ancestor altar, where your ancestors can interact with you. Don't put it in a bathroom. Try not to put it in a closet or things of that nature. Definitely not in your bedroom, because that's a lot of heavy energy. Not for a permanent structure for your ancestor altar. But how much space you need, follow your own discretion. It can be small, it can be medium, it can be big. It's up to you. Okay. Next question. How did I learn to do readings? So I always took an interest in learning to do readings, like different magical things. I always was interested in it. And when I had a little bit more freedom to study it, I started off by watching certain people, watching different things on YouTube and in person, and just seeing where my energy felt. And then I started taking a course. I decided I wanted to do Angel Oracle instead of Tarot, and I actually did a course, got certified in the course, and then was like, I don't even need this course, and just started following my own tuition. So it was second nature to me. I was probably a seer or an oracle in another lifetime, and it just came natural with me. That's why I say I'm an intuitive reader, because the cards always had different meaning depending on the person's energy. So I guess I taught myself. I was self-taught. That's how I learned to do readings, with a little bit of information from other places, and then I just tailored it to fit my own needs, okay? Next question, kind of similar. What makes me qualified to do what I do? All right, so I qualified myself. I validated myself. It's not something I went to school for. I don't have a degree for, but I know I'm good at it. It's my gift. And because it's my gift, it brings abundance, not just to my life, but to other people's lives. There are certain things that people are talented at that they just naturally know. And everyone has it. It's just a matter of how tapped in you are to it. I do feel that I am a little bit more qualified than some people you may see, because I actually do the work I don't suggest anything to any one of you that I haven't done myself. I also made sure I did the work to heal myself so I can offer myself as a whole, complete version instead of broken pieces, right? If you don't do the work to heal yourself, you're out here just shooting off at the hip, right? Like I like to say. Next question: tips on how to write your own spells. So, I do use some preset books, spells, invocations, but mostly I like to use my own language. It depends on what it is that you're doing. Some things you have to be specific, some things you can just do authentically from your heart. It's your own nature, it's your own practice, right? When I manipulate energy, when I work with other energetic beings, I like to say my own thing. I like to say what comes to mind because I'm trusting in myself. I'm doing the work for myself. I'm going with my own intuition. So I always let people know, hey, you can follow this, or you can go with what it is that you feel would be the best for you. But one, my first tip would be write from your heart. Two, it would be make sure you are staying along lines of what it is that you're wanting to go with. Three, when you're writing, make sure you're speaking in your present tense, knowing that what it is that you're speaking is going to come to fruition. No doubting. You can't doubt it. Four, always have gratitude. Always be grateful. Try to be specific. And five, always say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, right? So it is. Command it. Bringing in that energy, okay? And the last question I have, children if you're watching, friends if you're watching, family if you're watching, this question's a little TMI, and if you want to click off because you don't want to know, time to click off, okay? Thank you for rocking with me thus far, all right? For everybody else, this next question is, how do I make poly work, polyamory, okay? So my husband and I, we're not in a polygamous relationship, but we are open to polygamy. And that's because our mindset is of an elevated state, okay? We understand that polygamy is not just about sex. It's about building. It's about coming together as a community. It's about ensuring everyone knows their own role. So if you're looking to be in a polygamous relationship for just the intimacy, then you're going about it wrong and it's not for you. If you're going into a polygamous relationship and you want it to work, you have to have the mind frame that everyone is grown, everyone has their own feelings and considerations, everyone has their own roles, and everyone can play a beautiful part if everyone is mature enough, okay? So you have to be on the same wavelength as each other. Whether it's two feminine energies and a masculine, or all feminine energies, or two masculine and a feminine energy, whatever dynamic works for you, you all have to realize that you all have roles, you all have needs, and you all must communicate. That is the biggest thing on how to make anything work, not just polygamous or polyamory. Communication is key, 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 key. All right? So as long as you keep those lines open, you have an open mentality, you know that things can change in an instant, and you're not looking at it from selfish reasons, then you can make it work. And that goes for any relationship, okay? So thank you all for the questions. I love you all, okay? And yeah, that's it. Until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.